Whoa, life is seriously brand new today. Good morning, gorgeous. Or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Hello, good evening. I love you, and you've done great. You've come this far, and life is seriously brand new today. If you're finding this, life is brand new today, so you might be feeling this. You should be feeling this if you found this video. If this doesn't resonate for you, please move on. Because this is a special message for a special someone that's been working really, really hard and has been kind of feeling in this in-between, not knowing where to go from here. There's a rhythm and a resistance in that inner space, and maybe that's been something that you've been navigating and attempting to move through with grace. Don't mind my snoring beast in the background. Monsieur Blue. And you're finally on the other side of this, whatever this is. It was hitting a point where it was like something has to give. And you may have been seeking outside of yourself for something to give, such as moving or a new job or relationship or just something to make a dramatic shift in your life and where you're going and what you're doing. And it's been really, really hard and really tough to move through all the discomfort, but you've had no choice but to surrender to that discomfort and just kind of find a comfortable place in that discomfort. And don't get me wrong, it hasn't been comfortable. It has not been comfortable. But you've broken through. You've broken through the matrix in a way. You've broken to the other side where you realize that nothing really matters. It doesn't matter if you go up or down, you're going to get what you need. It doesn't matter what trajectory or what your soul, no matter in which quantum field you're living in, is exactly what it needs. And so it's as if you've released the resistance by coming to this conclusion or having this potent, profound realization that's brought you into this place of inner peace. It's like you've released, there's this massive release of a patterning or a programming that came from ancestral times, that came from your lineage, that came from a collective wounding. And you are one of the few that have been moving through it and chosen to heal that wounding, which is, or I should say, manifests as a stress that gnaws at the back of you like you're not doing enough, or you have to do more, or you need to strive harder, or you need to make more. This was something that arose within me, which brought me to the realization of the new reality that nothing matters. And it's all just a game. And we get caught in the rat race, trying to find our place, when in reality, it's not a race. We just need to slow down and meet ourselves with grace, where we're actually here just to play and create, not work, make money, and accumulate. Writing a rap as we speak. So welcome to the sacred space with me. If you're new here, this is new to me. This is my very first video, just letting it roll off the tongue this way. But this is your daily oracle, and these will be consistent moving forward. So if you enjoy, please do subscribe. My name is Randy, and I'm here to make your day feel a little bit more dandy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This looks really weird when I do that. Okay. So if this is resonating for you, then welcome to this message. Congratulations, you're on the other side. You're receiving this now because you've broken through. And this is just your confirmation. This is life giving to you the grace and the gift of realization, of knowing, of compassionate understanding and and playful arriving. I want to say this is your arriving. This is spirit holding the sign up at the airport with your name on it saying, welcome home. Welcome mother freaking home. Welcome home. I want to sit with that for a graceful moment, because you've been fighting and you've been learning to give up the fight, because that's actually the illusion, is that you had to fight in the first place. And so you were in that, like, trying to meet yourself with love, but thinking that you have to be strong and tough and fight for it and fight for your power and take my power back. But no, it wasn't an aggression. It was a subtle release. It was a graceful, you can tell that that is a very potent word in this reading. Graceful, grace. But just having met yourself, I'm seeing the pattern. I'm seeing a pattern that was just running within you. It was just running. And it felt like that gnawing. It felt like that, this discomfort in the body. It felt like resistance. It felt like just the need to move, but not knowing or having a direction to move in, right? Just a little bit stuck or stagnant. And instead of having to actually move or pull yourself, confirmation burps, or pull yourself out of this discomfort that is gnawing internally at you, you just had to sit with it, and you sat with it, and you might have not fully understood what you were sitting with, but you knew that you just had to be where you were. And you also might have been aware of where you were seeking or gripping at distractions. You know, if you're somebody that's watching this, you're somebody who has impeccable awareness and self-awareness. You could see the universe giving you kind of all the signs and synchronicities. Maybe 222 is relevant. That's been a really potent one that is reoccurring, or maybe you've had reoccurring numbers specifically to you that you've noticed a lot within the last 72 hours or more. And there's been like a line, I'm seeing a thread of where all the things that you were doing in your daily routine, as an example, you could have been watching this TV show or this docuseries or movies that kind of all had the same thread in them, and then seeing the confirmation numbers and maybe going through some relational or familial struggles that also related to this part of you that felt like she was maybe he or she was reparenting themselves or themselves, and taking that power back and bringing back that level of self-authority within, where the validation is no longer going external or seeking external. And maybe this was part of that thread, right? Like maybe what you were watching, there was a thread of it being shown to you that you're seeking or you're prying or pushing forward or whatever that was for you, in that resistant in-between place was exactly that theme in the thread, which was putting validation, putting your need for worthiness outside of you in everything that you do. And don't get me wrong, no matter how much work we've done, sometimes we don't even realize that we're still in this seeking, we're still in the matrix, right? You could be so awake and woke and aware, yet get lost in the hamster wheel, because it's not even, not to not take self-responsibility, but it's a program that we've been running for eons. It's drilled into our network in our brain. And so we've been rewiring this I think it's 4 million years old, this brain's evolutional process is 4 million years old. So we're rewiring. If you're one of the people here and feel called to this message and it's resonating for you, you are in that rewiring. You are somebody that was called here. You know you're here for something so much bigger than your little brain can even conceptualize. And there's no like wrapping my head around it, because you can't wrap around the expansiveness of what you are, who you are, and what you've come to do, because it's beyond our human capacity to fully understand, and that's okay. But maybe that's been something that you've been struggling to fully receive because of this programming, because of this, I'm not fully worthy. And now you've just awoken that worthiness isn't something you need to work for. It's not something you need to pry and push and seek and pull and force your way into. You relaxed enough to receive and release the pattern that's been gnawing, and gnawing is just a really potent word in there. And so if you know, you know. And I feel you. I'm here with you. We are on this road together. You are not alone. That's why this message is coming through. It came through. This is me talking to me, but me talking to you, because I know that it needs to be shared. 11:33 on the timestamp. Maybe that's significant for someone. I feel it's always significant for me. We've had to overcome all these obstacles to get to this place. And there might be a little bit of fear lingering. It's like you've awoken in this new state. And in this deep knowing that there's nothing more you need to do to know that you're worth unconditional love. You're worth everything that you could possibly want and desire. And there's this might be a little bit of like residue or like breadcrumbs. Oops. Oh, that was weird. I went to go pick up my deck and it just, and then I caught them. Residue, like the crumbs. There's a little bit of crumbs left on the plate of fear, and the fear that you might lose what you've just attained, but you can't. You can't lose it. It's not something you can lose. You can't lose yourself. Like, you have just delayered the layers that were hiding you. It was like this was burying your truth. Is this programming, this lineage scarring, samskara, wounding. And you've just released the wound. Whoa, I feel like all kinds of energy when I did that. You've released this wound. You've let it go. It's like a hot air balloon. Like, it's gone. It's up. It's gone. It's released. And so you don't need to be fearful of losing this, because this is just presence. This is just what you're receiving when nothing is blocking it. This is just who you are when there's nothing in the way. This is the essence of your soul when you're not being weighed by pain that isn't yours. So these are the cards that just kind of flipped out. And yeah, baby. Yeah. This is present moment. I feel like this card speaks for itself. But passion has been ignited. And there's no worries. She is like, yes, I got it. And this, like, we did it. It's like a we, like, this is a we. This is a co-created thing with spirit where you're like, we did it. Like, even saying like, oh my God, I made it is like so ego associated a little bit, or like it doesn't even feel like yours. You're just like, oh my gosh, I've arrived to what God or the universe or whatever this mission has been the entire time, even though I thought it was money and I thought it was success and I thought it was fame and I thought it was It's me. I just had to receive that I am free. And in that healing, that I am free, you move through all that release. And now that all that release, and don't get me wrong, maybe we're going to have some cookie crumbs that maybe come up, and but the healing is done. Like, this card is in reverse. When I want to say the Three of Swords, right? Like, obviously she is trying to mend a broken heart, but it's in reverse. So I want to say it's done. Like, we've done it. It's done, baby. You are on the other side where the grass is greener. The grass is greener on this side just because you choose and know that you're worthy of greener grass. It's like the question of, am I going to be able to make it? Or is this going to work out for me? Or what if I fuck it all up? Pardon my French. Like, those questions are not haunting you because you know you're worthy. And maybe this knowing is only embodied, but not like integrated into the brain yet. And so give yourself some grace as your brain integrates this. That's why this message felt so significant to bring into this space, because our little brains can't wrap around the expansion that's happening within us right now. And that's okay. Like, that's our beautiful essence of being human, and you know, in the collaboration of our higher selves and our soul, and the essence of manifesting as a human. And it's a lot. And so I'm just here being a confirmation channel for those of you that are recalibrating in this activation and integrating in this embodiment. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, what a channel. Yeah. I'll just show you these cards because they're really fun, right? You've surrendered, what I mentioned earlier, surrendered and allowed yourself to move through the obstacles, right? We hit these walls and we let ourselves move through them. You were moving through them with more grace and ease and emotional intelligence, self-awareness than you actually realized. Like, you did a fantastic job. Even though you were like, am I doing this right? And that was part of the stress. Like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I doing life right? Is this good enough? You know, there was all of that chatter in your head, and it was the pattern. That's how the pattern was manifesting itself. That's how the wounding was coming up. It was like, am I okay? Am I doing this right? Am I worthy? But am I worthy was manifesting in the ways of, am I doing this right? How do I do better? I got to do better. I got to make more money. How do I make more money? How do I get more likes? How do I get more validation? How do I get more validation? How do I get more validation? Manifesting itself in all of these weird, not even weird, but like odd ways that you wouldn't think are you seeking validation. Like, how much more did you have to heal to realize that you were worthy already? You know, like, we could be on this trajectory of like being of service and making impact in the world and doing all these things. But if it's not coming from a place of just joy and ease because you want to create and bring love into the world for you, from a place of self-love, from a place of God damn, I love myself so much,